Hello, reviewing the dashboard in Salesforce to track performance. This 10-minute video hopes to demonstrate and review the Salesforce dashboard and different reports to track performance. By the end of the video, the learner should have enough demonstration to use Salesforce on their own and analyze their own performance and create their own report. A little bit about me. My name is Paul Matalonic. I have been working in higher education in admissions for about 20 years with many milestones within the sector. I have worked with both for-profit and nonprofit organizations, managing an enrollment, winning many awards for my achievements, and managing change in the field. Now, this training video is not meant to incense anyone or claim that this is the best way to use Salesforce against any method that you have already developed for yourself. However, personally, I have enjoyed great success using the software in this fashion. Please be kind with this understanding and please take what you deem worthwhile. So let's get started. This is the Salesforce homepage for an admissions counselor. As you can see, there's home, contacts, enrollment, dashboard, reports. We're going to go into this dashboard link, but let's just introduce you to the front page right over here. In the dashboard, we have activity management, conversion, application performance. This is where a counselor or anyone who's interested can take a look at whatever future appointments are being made by counselors and their inquiry conversion rate. As you can see here in the month of August, appears that I had a 42% inquiry to contacted rate, a 39% contacted to consultation rate, but an inquiry to app received is 10% for the month of August. And then application performance. This tells you if you just roll over your mouse, you'll see that I have 34 future deposited students for the month for the fall 2018 start, and I still have 4 applications received for this particular session. But we're going to go here. We are going to go to this page right here and explore this page a little bit further. Now, on this page, what we have here is activity management is the first column, conversions is the second column, application performance is the third column. Again, this is the same dashboard that I showed you on the first page. This is the number of future consultations that a counselor has created in Salesforce for a future date. For example, making an appointment. Someone would call and the student would make an appointment with the counselor to speak on a future date at a specific time. That would be recorded here. The daily call log is how many calls are made on a particular day. And of course, my consultations and the consultations created today. This is how many consults have been, this is how many consultations that were booked for today. So this is connected to the future consultation area here. And my consultations created today are the actual consultations that you have actually done. Now, from an online perspective, many students are consulted on the spot when they are contacted. So oftentimes the future consultations for an online counselor will be minimal, but we're hoping, of course, that many consultations are done on any given day. So let's talk about conversion rate here. My conversion percentage rates, my application conversion percentage rates, and start progression model. If you take a look here, inquiry to contacted percentage, this is the amount of people that have been contacted or the percentage of inquiries that have actually been contacted. Actually, you see it at 42% here, and this is the amount of people who have been contacted. How many of those folks have reached consultation? 39%. And inquiry to app, what's the percentage of inquiries or how many apps have you received in comparison or against how many inquiries that you received, and that would be 10%. So for example, a 10% inquiry to app rate would be if I received 100 inquiries and I received 10 applications, then I would have an inquiry to app percentage of 10%. This is the conversion rate for applications. This is the next step of the process. As you see, there are two steps in the process. Of course, there's the conversion rate between the lead and the enrollment. And of course, the next part of the conversion is enrollment through the pipeline to actually starting school. So if you see here and click here, you would be able to get into more detail about the conversion rate between in the fall session here. And of course, the start per session is the sum of applications that are reviewable, how many are accepted, and how many deposited. Now, what's really nice about Salesforce is that if you can click it, you can drill down for more information. And here, if I drill down here to my application conversion, you will see some of the information that you've seen at some other dashboards. But let's take a look here at fall 2018. According to Salesforce, I received 77 applications. Of those 77 applications, 50 have become reviewable. That means that a completed file was done, all of the documentation has been completed, and 50 applications are made reviewable. And then, of course, of those 50 applications, how many were accepted? 46 of them were accepted. And of those 46 accepted applications, how many in raw numbers, how many future start deposited? How many folks have been either paid their tuition deposit or have waived it, or some other initiative that has moved that application to an FSD status, the acronym Future Start Deposited. Well, here are the actual percentage rates, which is very nice. You have the numbers here, but instead of doing the math, you have the math already done for you right here. So 48.05% is app received to FSD. So that would be 77% to 37%. 77 to 37 is 48%. That would be the percentage between this data and the application received. App received to app reviewable. Okay, so here's the application received, 77 to reviewable is 50, 64.94%. And then, of course, app reviewable to app accepted. You have app reviewable to app accepted, 46, and so 92% have been accepted in this category, and app accepted to FSD is 80.43%. So this is a nice way for a counselor to do their own tracking. If you think about it, you have readily made for you in Salesforce how you're doing in terms of your percentage rate. Of course, you want your percentages to be as high as possible. Of the applications that a counselor has received, you want as many of them as possible to be reviewable, and as many of them to be accepted, and as many as them to actually go to Future Start Deposited so that they'll actually start school. And of course, if there are any numbers here that one would feel like you could possibly improve on, then that might be something to think about. It might be thinking about, what can, a counselor do to help these applications that were received, move them to a reviewable status. We are we talking to the student in order to get the documentation in place in order for them to become reviewable, and so on. Once an application is completed, as you can see over here at 92%, it's very, very high. So the goal here is to complete a file. And then once a student is accepted into the college, that is always inspiring for a student to actually go to a Future Start Deposited. So this is a nice way to look at the dashboard and check out your own application conversion. And of course, all you have to do is move back to the dashboard and see where you are here. If you go look at the start progression, it's the same data that we saw on the chart. So actually, the best chart to look at in terms of your conversion rate is this one right here. It has all the data that you need. The raw data of how many applications to Future Start Deposited has been received, and it has the percentage rates as well. So you know how you are doing. So the last column here is application performance, and these are nice graphics about how many students have deposited, how many received, and your future applications. As you see, I have 5 applications received for fall 2018, the fall session 2, and I even have a couple applications, well, at least 4, for 2019 spring session. And if you click on these charts, you can actually drill down to what's going on and who they are. So for example, here, my net applications by program, let's look at my bachelor degree. And you'll notice that here I have the chart, the bachelor degree, and the actual applications here. So you can actually click on that and look at an application if you ever needed that service. So that concludes my 2 cents on working the dashboard. It's always good to look and track your performance to see how you're doing, and making sure that the inquiry to contacted percentage rate is high. That is the goal. The more students that we can actually contact and lead into consultation, and the more students that we can find who we can assist and provide our excellent customer service so that they would want to be inspired by us, apply, and enroll in our college. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation from me, and I hope to see you in the future. Bye-bye.